Hi, I'm Jessica Geller.
And I'm Virginia Toledo.
And we are Toledo Geller Interiors. Welcome to our new project reveal, the Boho Row House.
When our clients contacted us, they had only recently purchased the property. They were moving from New York City and they had already hired a painter and a flooring company. And so when we got here, floors were being ripped up and they were overwhelmed because, as go most projects, they were getting hit with a lot of questions from all of these tradesmen they didn't know how to answer these questions.
We met with the client, did a walkthrough, and we immediately saw that they were not thinking about the spaces in the ways that were optimal for their usage and when they eventually moved into the home.
With these row houses, our job is to really maximize the functionality of the space. So we did so many different furniture plans for that garden level, which is typically the most challenging because you are quite limited in the width. You have some length in a row house, but the width is pretty narrow. And so we had kitchen, dining, and living in that area. Some of our plans united the spaces really tight and others made them more distinct from one another.
When we started to look into our client's inspiration images, we saw a huge disparity in the images she was sharing with us. Some of them were bright white, happy open kitchens, and some were darker, moodier, colorful, a little bit more saturated. What really helped her make the decision was embracing the architecture of this home. Short ceilings, the coziness, the brick wall, there's a lot of those elements, and let's go full throttle with it and make it a dark, colorful kitchen, and it looks awesome.
We played with a variety of blue-green kind of teal colors that were found in some of her inspiration images, and finally got it right with our millworker and complemented it all with really light quartz composite countertops and backsplash. So both the top and the backsplash are one material because, again, it's a smaller space, so we didn't want to create too much variety there, but it was quite striking because of the beautiful veining and really gave a really light feel as a nice contrast to the darker cabinetry.
We say this all the time, but we love banquettes. They are the ultimate problem solver. Yeah. In this case, it was the perfect solution. It really helped us achieve a comfortable floor plan and layout, but it also gave us some ability to have some hidden storage behind. We know that as the children continue to grow, this is really going to continue to be the hub of the home. Right off of the kitchen, there's a comfortable living space, and joining the two is this banquette, which is just cozy. It gives them a place to hang out, do their puzzles, board games, eat, whatever it is.
The rooms have to be so multi-purpose in these homes. So right off of that area, we have this living area. It is small. It's welcome to an urban area. We had to think about how to maximize the seating in there. A conventional sofa wouldn't do that. So we customized the size of the sectional and designed a sectional that had what a lot of designers call a cuddle corner, which is really great for this young family. They have a TV in that area, which is really conducive for just lounging. It all works out really well because it's all super fitted, just like a tailored suit. Because we had the opportunity to move things around in the kitchen, we really wanted to think about how to create a plan that felt really open as best as possible considering the small space. So the original kitchen had the refrigerator at the end of the kitchen run and basically defined where the kitchen ends and where the living and dining area began. That seems to make sense on paper, but in real life, it puts the biggest appliance smack in the middle of the space and really felt overwhelming. We moved the refrigerator to an opposite wall, sort of tucked away, and made sure that it was paneled so that it was completely incorporated into the cabinetry so well that I think even when we got here, we know where it was. So the refrigerator has 2 doors on top and 2 doors on the bottom. So it really looks almost like an armoire cabinet or something like that.
It looks so good.
It looks so good. Where the refrigerator once stood, we now have a cabinet that goes from the ceiling to the counter with hidden appliance storage. So it's a great spot to tuck away those unsightly small appliances and keeps everything looking really neat and tidy.
Right off of the kitchen is a powder room, and we had to manipulate all of the pieces in the powder room to make it feel a little bit better and have a nicer flow. These 3 changes that we made really made tremendous difference in the space. The first one is that we changed the way that the door swung, which gave a much more graceful entry into the bathroom. Second one is using a wall-hung toilet, which gives us a little bit of space saving. We also changed the location of where the toilet was placed, which made a big difference. The last, which probably is my favorite, favorite is that we have the sink moved right in front of the window. Because this is not a bathroom where someone's getting ready and putting on makeup and what have you, we're able to put these adorable mirrors on either side. It's such a charming look, something you don't get to do all that often. It's typically not the proper place to put a sink right in front of a window, but in here it gives a really beautiful ethereal quality, and it's such a pretty spot to look at.
Because we all know the bathroom doors always get left open, right? Inevitably. When the bathroom door is left open now, you're looking at a beautiful backdrop with a wall-to-wall stone that accommodates a beautiful concrete sink in the most beautiful color that complements the wallpaper that we used in that bathroom. The choice for the glass penny round mosaic really tied into the age of the home. These homes in Jersey City date sometimes even as far back as the late 1800s, and so you would have found ceramic penny round tiles in the bathroom, and so we just stepped it up, made it a little bit more modern, and it's probably one of my favorite details.
We're moving up to the parlor level. We're seated in the dining room, and you know I love a white on white room. Nothing makes me happier, even though my house has none of it. It's the weirdest thing.
I'm laughing. The irony of it all.
I know, but even when we took these photos, I was like, oh,
yeah, it really is a breath of, it's a breath of fresh air, really.
So in this dining room, we decided to keep it the formal dining room, but it also has a casual element to it. It doesn't feel stuffy. It feels like they can park here and do the same board games, puzzles, etc. It's right off of the family room, so we do envision these rooms really working simultaneously to support one another. We have these beautiful shelves here we installed. It's just a nice way to personalize the space with a touch of informality, because everything is leaning or layered and nothing is too perfect here.
That's right. The other beautiful architectural feature in this room are the big windows that we have. They aren't very wide, but they are super tall, and we are suckers for those kinds of windows. It really makes you feel that you are outside but inside, and with that urban energy, it's really cool to sit at that dining table and see passerbys. You feel like you're sort of just watching everyone from this perched level. Moving on into the family room that is also on this level, we really wanted to make it feel slightly different. We did that by adding color to a wall of built-in cabinetry.
The cabinetry in this room is really multi-purpose. We have a desk here, we have display area, storage needs, hidden storage, exposed storage, and the best storage is the mini refrigerator that's hidden underneath, because all the way downstairs is the main kitchen, and we thought it would be really nice to be able to have ability to have a cold drink right here in the comfort of the family room.
A family room typically needs a sectional for the family members to gather and spend time together and get all cozy, and this room was no different. So we rounded the corner of the room with a really nice sized sectional in a performance fabric, and the one challenge in the room was the shape of the room. The rectangular shape of a standard rug was too jarring with the angled wall. So instead what we did is we layered a custom broad loom cut rug that was cut to fit the shape of the room and layered a global inspired rug atop that neutral backdrop. In the children's bathroom located on the 3rd level, our client gave us a ton of inspiration images that were super fun, youthful, and largely colorful. When it comes to choosing colorful tile, it really is a commitment. We knew we had hit the jackpot when we found a really fun graphic tile, but it was black and white. It allowed us to pair whatever color she loved with that tile and still create something that felt really energetic and fun for her young boys.
The icing on the cake was when we found the green vanity that gave us that dose of color that we needed for the room, but feels a lot less permanent than the tile would have.
For the walls that we didn't paint, we applied a wall covering that mimics the look of wood. So it gave a slightly masculine feel to the room for these two boys, and it really felt like it's something that they could grow into should they decide to stay.
We selected retro-inspired light fixtures for the bathroom to give it a little bit of a tie back to the history of the home, and they're super cute, modern, and fun for these little boys.
On the top level of this house, we saw that there was an opportunity to create something really interesting between the primary bedroom and the area where the closets existed. They had typical reach-in closets with normal doors, and what we did instead was demolished it all and encouraged our client to have the room outfitted with custom interiors. And we sourced some antique reproduction doors that we had installed on a sliding track that created a sort of reveal moment. It feels really enchanting when you step from the primary bedroom into what is now really a dressing room. And that leads you into the primary bathroom. In the primary bathroom, our client had given us many inspiration images that had a luxurious yet zen feel to them. Really airy and bright, a lot of white marble with gray veining. And while that is absolutely beautiful, we wanted to try something different because I think we've all seen the white, veiny, marbly bathroom. We stumbled upon a beautiful terrazzo marble collection that had not only great sizes we could work with, but also incorporated a fluted tile in the most chunky sort of format.
So pretty.
Both us and everyone at the office just want to kind of like take a bite out of it. It was so yummy. And we really wanted to be clever in how we could install that.
We decided to create a shower room, and we enclosed most of the shower with walls instead of a glass enclosure, and that enabled us to use the beautiful tile around the perimeter of it. It also gave us the opportunity to do a little peekaboo window, which is really cool. It allows the light to filter throughout the whole room. It's something a little unexpected, and it really changes the way that that room feels.
We kept the soaking bathtub in the same location, but gave it a very sculptural look to it. And if you like a little sexy time, one partner can be in the tub while the other is in the shower. I think we have to see that. It's so fun. This bathroom, like a lot of other rooms in the house, also has some of the original brick from the home. We thought that the white marble might also feel a little bit too disconnected, and the terrazzo just has a little bit more of a toughness that paired better with the brick.
Ultimately, the bathroom is a really nice balance between the rough and tough and the elegant and luxurious. Thank you for joining us on this tour of the Boho row house.
Be sure to follow us on all our social media channels at Toledo Geller.
Yo, I hope you enjoyed the Boho row.
I know, it's pretty good.
So tender.